Hello and welcome. I'm Daffy Roth. And this is Blasphemous for the PC. Last episode, we managed to get all of our required bits and bobs to open the door across the bridge. We still have a few things we need to accomplish before we actually head that way, though. The first is I went ahead and grinded a bit to get enough tears to get the teleportation ability from the church, and we still need to find the tomb of the dude's sister, and then we're going to do some backtracking and wrapping up of things in this episode as well. So it's kind of going to be a upkeep, I guess you can say. All right, well, let's just get to it. I can't remember. Oh. Sorry, I've been playing Dead Cells, so again, control differences. So we're just gonna dump all 16 grand into this. Let's see, a token of appreciation. Okay. Sorry, I keep hitting circle because Dead Cells that you roll, and this one slide, but completely different controller setup. Alright, so now we can teleport. So let's do a few things first. Let's go. Because now that we have the key, we're gonna go here. Which, did we read that? Oh, so the token of appreciation. Just an ordinary marble presented as thanks for the charity received. Somehow the scratched glass resonates with the empty bioflasks, increasing your strength when their liquid has run out. Finally, the church is going to open after so long. Soon the constant silence of this place will end. A new light will enter through the gate, and the dust will rise from the worn tiles and damp wood of the pews. Everything must be perfect, everything in place and ready. I am the child of the Mass. This is my calling. What else do you have? We did read that. Alright. And we do have Yeah, rosary. So let's go with that.
Now let my fingers tie a new mystery. Return once you possess new rosary knots to thread. May your heart be free of sin.
Right, what shall we put in? Yep, we'll use the key. We've acquired the blood perpetuated in sand. Go ahead and do that. Preserved blood with miraculous properties. With the passage of its bearer, new legends are revealed, formerly invisible to the beholder's eyes. The miracle is truly unfathomable, and no one knows the origin of the blood that swirls around the wearer's feet. Take this bag and fill it with sand. Now imbue it with the blood spilling from these dreadful wounds, so it will turn crimson red. With it you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. Leave me now. I want to say my prayers, for I will soon be joining the dry sap of these roots that painfully embrace our Father. Alright, so now we can start. Alright, got that one. And this is what it does. I don't think we can do this one quite yet. No, we can't. We need to fall for that one. Yep. I saw the lady, the pendant one of gold and brocade, the one with the helmet whose visor shades her eyes as she watches the accursed and slowly setting sun. I'm used to having a double jump. I required the Triana. Well, I'll just read it here. The Triana, the Celestial Bastion, a prayer that abuses the boundaries of the miracle to sanctify the very air around whomever intones it. It generates a barrier of divine lightning that damages any enemies trying to cross it. I do not fear punishment for wanting to know what is forbidden, for asking more than I should, for wanting to look beyond the olive groves. I do not fear punishment, for everything hails from the divine. Awesome. Alright, where else? Well, might as well... Nope, this one's done. Guess we can cut across. Yeah, let's do that. And I think there's a dead body we need to go and examine as well. Here? Yeah. The Petrois. I hear footsteps up above me, beyond the roots. I hear irregular, raspy breathing from behind the rock. I hear the worms nearby slithering towards me. Gross. Alright. Doing. The painted wood bead. Let's see here. Sphere covered in yellow varnish. The chipped, well, it looks like glue to me. Chipped paint betrays its origin. Holm or oak of the forest of the Holy Line. It recovers health when destroying surrounding objects. We call this pilgrimage route the trail. Our wagons have always passed through here, and the tracks have gotten deep enough to even unearth the chalky sand that lay hidden under the thick forest, such that if one could see it from above, it would look like a long oaked line crossing the woods. Honestly... So that's done. We got that here to go. My gosh. Just die. Dried clove. Rare and fragrant spice coming from distant lands. Trading caravans stopped traversing these stony roads long ago, making this item a rare discovery. In the past, it was a highly prized for its strength and poultices and balms. It was not just heresy anymore. The illness had reached Albero without warning. The outbreak and punishment of the miracles so often discussed came through a young man who arrived to our small congregation full of fear, wondering what his unforgivable sin had been to receive such a condemnation. Can't do this one yet because we need the sisters. So we'll do this one. Empty bile vessel. Nice. No, I can't do that one. I need the... What next? Alright, well, we'll head up to the Covenant of Our Lady of Charred Visage. Alright, that finishes up that. Now we just need to wrap up down here. Oh, that's right. Okay, there we go. Oh, we still have this area to look into as well. All right. that's right. We're gonna need to come back here. But oh, eat a dick. Nah, it sucks. I gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Kind of weird how there's like no music here. Super silent. The Coccyx Daniel the Possessed. It is said that Daniel appeared inside a castle. He cried when he had been possessed by a shadow as he slept, and also claimed to have maintained carnal relations with underground creatures. Oh, okay. I'm gonna judge. Ooh, more magic. Yes, we can also get our bio flasks upgraded while we're here. Okay, so now we can go get... Well, you'll see what we'll get. 3 gold pieces melted into a distorted mass that never loses its shine. Number 3, I was there. I bore witness to that creation. The hairs of the sisters grew and braided, wrapping around them, making a terrifying crunching noise until it covered them completely, shaping itself as an egg made of rough, knotty hair. Now,
with this gold that melts between my fingers, I reject the riches of my betrothed. With this torn ribbon, I reject this bond with my betrothed. With this veil, I cover my face in mourning for the dead love for my betrothed. Penitent one in silence, who summons my 3 voices? 3 sisters became as one, thus birthing a grievous miracle called Altus Gracias. This egg conceals something of ours that still remains immaculate.
the egg of deformity.
Take it with you, and thus take its purity away from us, for it is already too late for these deformed bodies.
Okay, so the egg of deformity. Hair-astute egg born of abomination, its hairy shell hides unfathomable mysteries from prying eyes, the cruelty of a broken promise shaped Alta Gracias, and the affliction made her sorrows into flesh. We will enclose our voices inside this egg, our tongues that endlessly twist and grow in order to escape knots of a freedom we never had. Our hair will cover this ovum with cold until the heat of embers makes it hatch. Okay, so now we need to go. Okay, we did that. The hatched egg of deformity. Recovered so from. Okay, so it doesn't change. Okay, so now we just need to go get this purified by the saltpeter dude. So see you in a second, I guess.
the deformity has opened up. You have been granted 3 knotted tongues, able to grow deep roots that will twist and wring, copying the pain of their 3 mothers. In the name of the High Wills, I bless this relic. Watch over it, for it is now pure and sacred.
Acquired the 3 gnarled tongues. Gross. Tied together by a broken oath, these tongues speak words that only the foundations of Custodia could hear. Their pleas awaken the sleeping roots from their lethargy, creating footbridges and climbable ledges for their wearers. These are the 3 tongues born from the monstrosity, 3 tongues that are 3 voices, 3 cries in harmony. The tongues are knotted into one, roots grow and twist in their presence, just like the hair of what were once 3 sisters. So what we'll do is drop that for now, because we only need that to talk to the dead people. And then we'll go drop off the dried cloves.
Merciful be, penitent one. With your contribution, the work of this brotherhood carries on.
Tears of Atonement. Let's see. Now that we have that, let's see. The Solea of Excommunication. What's that do? Prayer that ignites the blood with unbridled fervor, while the quick attacks of the Penitent One are replaced with a devastating blow that annihilates enemies. Forgive me, Father. Excuse me from this oath. Do not let your eternal miracle take over my soul and possess my body, for I fear the miracle more than I fear my own torments. Oh, I could fall here. Okay, so now we got that. Now we can just go grab this one over here. I'm trying to think what's the quickest way. Definitely this way. The Pelican Effigy. Pelican Effigy. Bead made of forged copper coated in a dense aquamarine patina. The pelican fed its children with its blood. Protects the wearer from all harm while they drink from the bioflask. May our chest full of cuts bleed, for when it spills red, it will feed the hungry. Let it bleed, for when it pours upon this land of the dead, it shall be blessed in the eyes of the miracle, and those who rest here shall live on the other side of the dream, on the way of eternal processions. Let it bleed. Alright, and that finishes up that. Now, go down here and grab that one. The knot of hair. Tangle of hair knotted with strength at the three broken bonds. A strong knot allows it to be used as a rosary bead, carrying part of its unyielding strength to the wearer. All those who had come to the sacred link knelt in the presence of that fruit of the miracle, thus making it an object of worship from that moment on. We built an altar worthy of such holiness and placed it there. Shortly afterwards, during one bleak night, the priests who slept inside the church heard a loud groan, a cry made of three voices, yet one voice at the same time. When we got there, the egg was gone. Ever since then, I have been looking for it, visiting all the places I could, and talking to every soul I could. So yeah, we're definitely going to take that, because I think that gives us like a 5% damage boost. Good. Yeah. All right. Here. Okay, well, that's the teleport.
Penitent One, you stand before the tomb below which my name, Perpetua, rests, and with it, a body vanquished a long time ago. Although we were already introduced through the wounds of our confrontation, the audacity of your faith now gives us the chance to meet once again. A meeting behind the back of a miracle that ends up knowing all. You were able to defeat the lie created by the miraculous zeal that possessed my face and armor, but not my voice, which is now free of sin and dominion. However, I see in you that the guilt that weighs so heavily in both your heart and hands is deserving of such arduous penance. Such is your strength that my brother Esdras, convinced that you will commit crimes against the Church, has asked for my blessing to prevent you accessing such a sacred place. Penitent One, I have seen a different path for you, whose ultimate destination is neither the forbidden nor the sacred places kept behind the high walls of Mother Church. Rise above all that, above even the halls of the dream. This voice of mine is limited. It cannot disperse all the invisible mists that tangle up the truth and mislead us. You must meet with my brother. He will be waiting for you on the bridge that leads to the door of the Holy Visages. Take this scapula, whose sheen will tell him you have my blessing, and before which he will surely fall to his knees, as he loves me deeply. At that moment, my soft whisper will reach his ears, beseeching him to assist you. Go fearlessly, Penitent One.
Incomplete scapular. Half of a scapular with an effigy of the Twisted One that hangs at the end of a fine crimson cord. These words, almost worn away by the repeated caress of his zealous fingers, are carved into polished wood. Even at a distance we are together always. Besides, the battle is over at last, brother. Do not concern yourself with my wounds. When my eyes close, the miracle will take me with the Father. Here, this is half of my scapular. Remember that if you manage to reunite the two halves, it will be because I wished it so. My brother, dry your tears. Although I must go, my voice will be yours forever. Alright, well, we got the sister's tomb, and with that, what we'll do here, actually, we're going to call this an episode here. In the next episode, what we'll do is we'll hit the bridge and then we'll get his prayer, which is lightning, essentially. Which will allow us to then get some of the floating, flying, babies. Can't think of their names right now. But we need that lightning. So in our next episode, we'll go across the bridge of the Three Cavalries. That would be our first stop. We'll swing back around, get whatever underneath there. I don't believe we can do these yet until we get whichever miracle or whatnot allows us to jump in water unhindered. Kind of like over here, but with the lightning attack we'll be able to grab this, and then we can finish off here and this over there, and yeah, and then once we get the one that we can fall down without dying, we can go there. So just a few more things to wrap up, and then we'll continue on into the actual, I think this is kind of the halfway point. So yeah, well then, until then, friends, I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. I know this one was kind of boring. I'm gonna probably edit out a lot of the running around and just kind of go from point to point, so that way I don't have to bore you as more than I already am. Alright, anyways guys, this has been fun. I'll see you next episode. Stay safe out there, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Okay, bye!